Greetings folks, Daniel Wickwire here and welcome back to Monster Bytes, where we discuss various facts and trivia about kaiju and monsters in all forms of media. What about aliens? We could talk about those, right? Sure we can. All sorts of alien life forms appear alongside kaiju and often are one and the same. The Ultraman series being a prime candidate of that. We will not be talking about these aliens though, but rather ones that they inspired. Today we will be discussing Metroids, the species more so than the game series. For those of you that don't know, Metroid is a long-running video game franchise created by Nintendo in 1986. They are action-adventure games at their core, with an exception here and there, pinball and so forth. You play as Samus Aran, and the games usually involve Metroids in some shape or form. But what are Metroids? They are an artificial life form created by another alien species, the Chozo, as a means to combat another alien species, the X-Parasite. But they also have the ability to be used as a battery or form of energy as well. This is the shape that most people remember, the jellyfish-like larval stage that absorbs the life energy of just about anything around them. But this is far from their final form, as under the right conditions, specifically the environment of their homeworld SR-388, they can evolve through multiple forms, going through simple metamorphosis like a cockroach or grasshopper. After molting from their floating vampiric snow globe form, they turn into an Alpha Metroid, which resembles an insect hugging a beach ball, gaining tusks, horns, and an immunity to Samus's Ice Beam, and on that note, most larval Metroids, are susceptible to cold temperatures. They can further molt into a Gamma Metroid, generally very similar to the Alpha, just bigger, longer legs, more eyes, and now with the ability to generate and fire electrical projectiles. I think this goes back to the whole battery/energy source thing we talked about earlier. Let's not forget though, they still have 2 more transformations after this. Next is the Zeta Metroid, the next dramatic change to the creature, again getting larger, but it also goes to a more terrestrial state aiming for the more bipedal approach, looking a lot more like their alien inspiration, even to the extent of shooting an acid-like liquid from their mouth. And lastly, the final form of the standard Metroid, at 100% full power, is the Omega Metroid, which, like the Alpha to Gamma transition, is mainly a size increase and exaggeration of already existing features. Example, instead of acid, they shoot fireballs. Hurrah for improvement! Technically, there is one more stage of growth after the Omega, but only certain Metroids with the proper genes can achieve it, and that would be a Queen Metroid, which is also the only form of the Metroid that can naturally reproduce. There are also many unnatural Metroid variations, be it from being transplanted from one planet to another, like Talon, Zebes, and Talvania, contact from different energies and substances like Metroid Prime and Phazon Metroids. Lastly, some versions of Metroids have been created through extensive alteration by another race or are just anomalies. Examples including Fusion Suit Samus, Mocktroids, and the Giant Larval Metroid. While there's a lot more I could go into about the species in this video, I think you guys get the idea. Super Metroid is my favorite game of all time, and the Metroid series is one of the best video game series right up there with Mega Man, in my opinion. But what do you think? Do you like Metroid? Have you ever played any of the games? Would you like me to do more videos elaborating on the different species in the Metroid universe or other video games? Leave your comments below and maybe a suggestion of what you'd like to see in the next video. Don't forget to check out the KMR Facebook page, Twitter account, as well as my Twitter account for news regarding the channel. I'll put all the important links in the description below. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back in 2 weeks with the next episode. Take care.